Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Sports Talk 920. This is the non-beta version now that we got Skype figured out. We got Rudy on the air here. I can hear him. I believe he can still hear me. Test that out, Rudy. How's it going today?
I can still hear you.
Perfect. How are you? Better question. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
It's been a while. This is the new the new site we're running the show on, and as you can see, without a hitch, huh?
Scary.
Technology's changing in front of our very eyes. We can't use the analog version of the telephone anymore.
Yeah, it scares me.
Well, I mean, yeah, technology, Rudy. It's a thing of our future.
Yeah.
So anyway, Rudy, dive right into it here today. Of course, over this past week or so, I think we last did the show on Thursday, so plenty of stuff happened. Of course, Brett Favre getting inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. First off, Rudy, I got to say one thing, because obviously the wife and I, we did go to that on Saturday, and I remember someone telling me about 6 years ago or 5 years ago that someone would cry during the Hall of Fame speech. Although I didn't cry, but when they played the little video montage before Brett Favre's speech, I did get pretty big goose pimples before that speech.
Oh, you didn't cry, huh?
I didn't cry. But it was listening to his speech. I don't know what you thought, Rudy, but I liked it. You know, a lot to do with his dad and I guess his dad in general, and that Monday night game back in 2003. And I thought he brought addressed situations like playing in Minnesota and brought it with some humor. I did like that, and playing with the Jets and not having any regrets on the football field. I'm sure the dick pic might have been different, but Rudy, what did you think of Brett Favre's speech?
I thought it was a good speech.
It was a good speech. Now, I heard that Brett Favre's speech was probably by no surprise to anyone that it was the record-long speech for NFL or the Pro Football Hall of Fame inductees. Now, I don't know how much you watched of it either, Rudy, but the Ed DeBartolo, I swear to God, his speech was 10 times longer than Brett Favre's. If Brett Favre has the record, I think he might have beat Eddie V by like 3 seconds.
I think his speech seemed long because it was just so boring. I didn't even listen to it.
It was bad, and there's some interesting parts in his speech, but yeah, overall it was boring. And when he brought up Nancy Pelosi, I think he really lost the crowd. That's for sure. It was pretty funny. Eddie DeBartolo. To me, it's still weird that owners can get in the Hall of Fame.
That is weird.
It is kind of weird. Like, back in the day, you had guys like George Halas. I can understand guys like that who transformed the game to what it is today. But that being said, that was weird. So yeah, I don't really. How do you feel now that like Brett Favre's football life is basically over? There's nothing to look forward to in the Brett Favre realm of possibilities unless he does decide to start announcing. We're probably never going to see Brett Favre again.
That's fine.
That's fine for you?
I'm sure he'll come to Green Bay once in a while.
You think he'll do a little like hat waving ceremonies, or maybe when some of his other teammates get inducted to either the Hall of Fame or the Packers Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
I don't know. We might see less of them than you think, Rudy. That chapter in our lives are over now. Case closed.
He had 20 years to see him, and you didn't want to see him the last years of his career, so...
Yeah, I'm fine with that, too. I wish those last 2 years, at least, were totally deleted.
No, I wish he would have won the Super Bowl in 2009.
Yeah, I know you do. You're a player fan over... We're not getting into this argument again.
And I wish he would have had a little bit better of a season in 2010.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. I thought it ended pretty well under Favre-esque terms. But anyway, um, so yeah, this has been a pretty big just again a transforming year, I guess, in sports where a lot of these guys we grew up with, I guess Favre, obviously retired 5 years ago. Um, but you had some other big names, Kobe Bryant, Jeff Gordon last year, Charles Woodson, and of course yesterday, Rudy, Alex Rodriguez, your boy. Now, did you shed tears for that?
No, I didn't.
No,
Did
I
you?
guess we can't say he retired though. He's just done being a Yankee, which I think is just maybe equally as sad for you being the big Yankee fan that you are.
No, I'm a Yankee fan.
Did you have
I
Yankee
think
shoes?
he should go play somewhere else.
See, that was what I was going to ask you. Wouldn't you? I mean, I think he should. What is he? 4 hits or 4 home runs away from um, 700.
Yeah.
So I mean, at that point, I mean, I don't know who would sign him.
He
I don't
can
know
still
how long
hit.
he can hit. Okay, but how long would it? How long do you think it would take him to hit 4 home runs? Do you think he could do it by the end of the year?
I don't remember last year he hit 33 home runs.
Well, yeah, he had a good year last year. I mean, he kind of had just a great decline this year. So, and what's he hitting right now? Is he hitting like 2 something, 220?
Yeah.
And how many home runs does he have right now?
9.
9. So I mean, probably on pace. I mean, I don't know if he's probably on pace for getting. What do we have, like 2 months left of the season here? Maybe a little less than that. So maybe he would have got right around. He probably would have came damn close hitting that 700th home run. Damn close. But do you think there's a team out there that would want to sign Alex Rodriguez just to be that team to say that he hit 700 home runs and they can maybe sell a few T-shirts?
Yeah, Brewers should.
The Brewers.
Yeah.
Who do they have?
Any small market team should. It's a chance to jump on a publicity stunt and make some money.
That's probably a halfway decent point, and especially even if you, I would just say if it's a smaller market, probably an AL team because you can use him as a DH. Because I'm sure
The Mariners.
The Mariners, yeah, bring him back. And it
Yeah.
actually wouldn't be a bad idea at all. But a team like the Brewers, probably it would be a good way to see some cha-ching, sell some seats for the remainder of the year, especially if they're still looking for. I don't know what their attendance process is, but obviously I think they're more worried about the developmental process of their players. But yeah, the Mariners, that'd be kind of sweet. But do you think it will happen realistically?
We'll see.
We'll see. I hope to see him. I hope to see him back. I hope to see him back. Not that I'm a big A-Rod fan, but to me, when you see someone that's that close to a record and just kind of give up or having the chance taken away from you, it's kind of heartbreaking. Maybe see him go with the Texas Rangers, fill in for Prince Fielder.
No, the Rangers are a playoff club. The Mariners aren't.
Well, so what? Just do it. Do it for that publicity stunt too. Got Luke Croy and A-Rod. Boom.
No.
Oh, jeez. What do you think about Prince Fielder retiring? Did that have any effect on you?
No.
None? Even the great years he had in Milwaukee?
No.
Why not?
Why would it?
Because he was a good player. Why would you be sad about Alex Rodriguez?
Because he was a great player.
I mean, Prince
One
Fielder
of the 10 greatest players of all time, with or without the steroids.
Yeah, you know what it is funny too, talking about the steroids scandal and then how hated he was during up until probably the day that he was announced that he was only going to play one more week in baseball. And this past week, nothing but love from the media that usually bashes him.
Yeah.
Every time I see that, it's always so funny to see how quickly things can change. kind of like Michael Jackson being a freak, but until the day he died, he was this legendary artiste.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, Rudy. It's been a world of changes though, Rudy. But at least your Jeff Gordon's gonna be back or still in that car for another few weeks. Is that going as well as you hoped?
Few weeks. It's this pistol.
Yeah, we'll see. That's right. We're already at Bristol. We'll see. It'll probably be longer, to be honest with you.
It's not going as well as I thought, but it's not necessarily because of Jeff Gordon. Well, some of it is Jeff Gordon. I think I'm glad you brought this up. The Hendrick organization is obviously a second-rate team right now, which is very surprising. And then on top of it, if he could restart, he probably would have easily had a top 10 at Indy. And then if it wasn't for the belt at Pocono, he probably would have had a top 10 at Pocono too. So the finishes haven't been there. He hasn't been a top 5 car, but I think top 10 has been. But Alex can get one good finish while he's back.
Yeah, I think, and I was just actually thinking that Watkins Glen, he probably almost could have had a top 10 there because he was flirting with the top 10 at points during the race. And obviously he had that heavy damage from getting into Austin Dillon. And I would agree there's probably several factors, just as you mentioned. And also, he's still also probably driving cars that were set up for Dale Earnhardt Jr., which I don't know how close their driving styles are. I don't think they're as far apart as maybe you would think, but still probably adjustments, that need to be made. And again, Gordon, probably, I don't know, obviously him being out of the car for that long and getting back in, there's that, but even how much is his how dedicated is he really to actually win races? I mean, not saying that he doesn't want to.
Well, at Indy, I didn't think he wanted to be there, but I think the last 2 weeks, the Pocono race and the Watkins Glen race, I think his heart's been a lot more in it. But at Indy, you could tell he was just there just to basically run the race and, just to complete all the laps, and that was about it. But I really feel that at Pocono and Watkins Glen, his attitude has changed a little bit more, where he's a little more into it. But yeah, at Indy, I don't think he wanted to be there.
Well, because it was 9 bajillion degrees. Who wanted to be there? And I was there. It was dumb. It was stupid hot.
And I don't. My opinion at this point, if I was Dale Earnhardt Jr., I would just start the rest of the season. But then, if you're Rick Hendrick, do you put Jeff Gordon in the car? I don't think Jeff Gordon's going to want to run every race. Then you got to start thinking of maybe running somebody that you would want to groom for the future.
Yeah, I mean, I would. If I were Dale Earnhardt Jr., I would. So that's why I would say that he's probably not coming back after Bristol. And if I don't know, behind the scenes, we really don't know how close or how far away Dale Jr. really is to getting back in that race car. But if they know that, yeah, there's a possibility just to have him go out and run, maybe the last 10, basically start in the chase and just, kind of try to win a race or two at the end of the year. But, and that's if he's, again, 100% healthy. But if you're still rushing him back for any little thing, and even if it's going to be, well, we think you're going to be fine in November or October or something, just have him sit out the rest of the year, put someone else in there. I don't really know who else you'd really want to put in there. That's probably the only other thing. Alex Bauman, people are, I got Sirius Radio again, Rudy, and listening to NASCAR radio, it's got awful retarded, some of the people that call in. But, people got mad that they don't put Alex Bauman in the car anymore, or like Justin Allgaier. These guys aren't necessarily developmental guys anymore. They're guys that have tried and failed, I guess, in the Cup Series, basically getting a second chance. And yeah, they're doing decent in the Xfinity Series, but I don't know. And these are guys that Dale Jr. basically he's bringing in. I don't know if that has anything to do with Rick Hendrick as far as getting developmental drivers, but speaking of that, just think about that. Hendrick really needs to get a developmental driver. Almost all the big teams have one. Why doesn't Hendrick?
They did. It was Chase Elliott.
Yeah, but they need another one because you still have Jimmy Johnson that's close to retiring. You have Casey